everybody. I'm Lara Trump coming to you from my home in New York, where we are all staying home to help fight against coronavirus and do our part. As President Trump fights the coronavirus, he's also uniting the nation. Joining me is the host of Relatable on Blaze TV, Allie Beth Stuckey. Allie, thank you so much for joining us. Great to get you on, even in these circumstances.
I know, both of us doing our part, socially distancing, doing this thing from home. It's just what we got to do. It's the strange world that we live in right now.
It is. It's things that you can never predict, but here we are. I think every American is trying to do his or her part. Specifically, I want to talk to you about women. You are reaching a large audience every day. A lot of your audience happens to be women. What are you hearing right now from the ladies out there, from the women of this country? What are their major concerns with this crisis?
Yeah, so the people who listen to my podcast are mostly young moms or young professionals and college women as well. But a good chunk are those young moms like you and I who are just trying to figure out how to balance every single part of our lives in the best way that we can. We've got moms who overnight became homeschool moms. We've got moms who became work from home moms and full-time moms and homeschool teachers at the same time. And so I think that's really the number one concern of most people is, how am I going to take care of my family, take care of my kids as best as I can? Is my husband okay in his job? Am I going to be able to maintain my work even while I'm not in the office? How am I going to keep my family healthy and educated and entertained and safe and all of these, all these different things? I think that's the focus of not just most women, but just everyday Americans is, how am I going to survive and not fall too far behind?
Yeah. It is scary, I think, to a lot of people out there. I mean, we are really in uncharted territory here. We've never seen anything like this in our country. It seems like one day everything was normal, and then the next day everything turned on its head. But just as quickly, it seems like President Trump and his administration jumped in, took the reins on things, and in some crazy way, Allie, I know it's so hard for so many to believe, it feels like in the midst of this crisis, our country is being united again. What do you think?
There are politicians that you never would have thought, if just a week ago, someone would have told you that Governor Cuomo, that Governor Gavin Newsom, that Ilhan Omar would be publicly praising Donald Trump. I wouldn't have believed you. I just wouldn't have believed you. Like I've been saying, it feels like we're in an alternate universe. And that is one good part of this alternate universe, that we've got people who have never given Donald Trump credit for any of the good things that he has done, now coming forward and saying, you know what, this is the leadership that we need. Everything that this administration promised, they have delivered, and this is the exact kind of effective leadership that we need in a crisis like this.
Yeah, it's really something to watch. I mean, when you come down to it, we're all Americans. We're all in this together. America is the greatest country in the world. We've won world wars. We've been through so much as a country, and we will beat this. And I hope that the unity that we feel right now will continue. I hope that we're finally able to put aside politics and say, let's work together to make this country better on so many other fronts. Obviously, we have to get through this first, but it's really incredible to watch. I agree with you. I would never believe you if
No.
you would have told me this. I want to talk about a book you're releasing, because in May, you have a book coming out. It's your first book titled
Yes.
You're Not Enough, and That's Okay, Escaping the Toxic Culture of Self-Love. Tell me about it.
So there is a trend that I've seen over the past few years since I have kind of been in the media business, but particularly over the past couple of years while I've been doing this podcast. And it's a trend among young women that I call trendy narcissism. This idea that life is all about me. It's all about what I feel, what I want. No one else matters. I'm not going to sacrifice. I'm not going to give up anything that I want to do. I'm going to make my entire universe centered on me. And what I have noticed is that that has not led to the happiness that it has promised. It's led to unfulfillment. It's led to a dissatisfaction. It's led to people saying, okay, so I've done everything I want to do. I've centered my entire life on me. I've put myself first, and I'm still not happy. I'm still not satisfied. And the premise of the book is that you actually do, as counterintuitive as it sounds, you actually do have to sacrifice in order to get the fulfillment that you're seeking, not just in loving the people around you and serving the other people around you, but also anchoring your faith and your identity in God, which is really the core of the book. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's a message that happens to be as tragic as this whole thing is, it happens to be timely as we are being called to give up our convenience and give up a lot of the things that we would like to do for the good of those around us, for the good of our family, for the good of our fellow Americans. So I really hope and I pray and I think that it will be a book that resonates, especially for young women. And I'm really excited for it to release.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, what a great message. And you're right. Obviously, you didn't time it based on this situation, but it is very timely. I want to ask you, because I'm asking sort of everyone I get to talk to right now, what are you doing? You have an 18-month-old. We're all kind of trying to do our own part. What have you done, and how has your life changed really in the past week or so since we've all kind of hunkered down for the coronavirus?
Yes, she's actually an 8-month-old. So she's really close in age to your daughter. So they're right there. And so we are just trying to do everything we can to socially distance. I mean, we still go on walks every day, try to get fresh air. If we have to go to the grocery store, the post office, then that's what we have to do. We do feel incredibly blessed to have the ability to be able to work from home. There are a lot of hourly workers out there who don't have that ability, or they're just in certain professions, healthcare profession, they work at a grocery store, wherever it is, they're not able to work from home. And so those people, I am thinking about them and praying for them. And I'm so thankful that there are people that are willing to make those sacrifices. But as far as we can, we feel like we are doing, the best we can to socially distance, and also look for the needs and the vulnerabilities of others who are in our community who maybe need a grocery store run, or maybe they just need a letter written to them. Like, we have grandparents who are in nursing homes. Maybe they just need to be called or FaceTimed or thought about so they don't feel so alone. I think if all of us can do just those little things throughout the day, we will get through this, because like you said, Americans are so resilient when we come together.
Well, Allie, we wish you well. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Stay safe. Thank you for everything that you're doing out there to make sure we contain the coronavirus. And thanks for being such a great patriot and fighting for our country every day.
Thank you. You too, Laura.
As President Trump unites a nation in crisis, we will overcome the coronavirus. That's real news for today. If you'd like to get involved with Team Trump, go to donaldjtrump.com or text Trump to 88022 to join our winning team. That's real news for today. I'm Laura Trump from home. See you soon, everybody.